CPP ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ರಮಾಕಾಂತ್ ದೇಸಾಯಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ, ಅವರ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳೋಣ. ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರು.
First of all, let me clarify, I am not a Desai. I am a pure Kannadiga born and brought up in Bengaluru. So I am right from birth, I am in Bengaluru. He is going on repeating Desai. He must have heard that cricket player, fast bowler, that name is known. So now, I don't know why they asked me to speak here, but still, I am not very active at present because of my children. I am going abroad. I was abroad for almost 10 months. Now I have come back. Now next month again my reservation is booked. But anyhow, let me share a little bit of my experience. I worked with almost about 9 commissioners, sir. Not 1 or 2, right from N.S Ramakanth's time. I have met you once or twice when you were Special Commissioner Projects. I remember the exact year you only told 84. So that is the time I have met you. I don't know, in connection with road or something. That time there was no separate SWM. So this was this thing there. And now, main bottleneck for citizen participation, let me explain. This response from the officials, right from Joint Commissioner downwards, every time there is some grievance, it is mostly JHI who is going to be responsible. So the others doesn't respond also. So now let me tell you one simple example. What happened when Mr. N.S Ramakanth was the Joint Commissioner in Yelahanka? He started for the first time Yelahanka Eco Group with some stalwarts like Ram Prasad, Ashwin, Dr. Sanguni, our Alan, Sharda and Padma Patil and all that. And I don't know why he made me a special invitee. And that just making a group is not enough. Every 15 days, religiously there was a review meeting where I was invited for that. And all the review meeting we were discussing what is happening. So every official connected with the solid waste management also was there. So they were knowing. So my request, and I beg you, Commissioner, not even request also, I don't think that a strong circular should be sent to all the joint commissioners. One day in a week, they must devote completely for solid waste management. And whatever things are there, solid waste management is quite an important thing because we have, as Justice Adi said, we have lost our name. Internationally, it was called Garden City and Pensioners Paradise, Lake City and all that. Now it has become all as good as a garbage city. So let us not leave it to them. The Joint Commissioner should be completely proactive and they should devote one full day. And even the group which is there, the citizen group which we are making, which Satyanarayan was mentioning, unless they are responded, there won't be any return should be there. If you say something, then you should return. So, Zonal Commissioner or Joint Commissioner, whomsoever you are sending now, they should review every 15 days. I wish that circular should go from you and see that it is followed. So that every joint commissioner, every zonal commissioner whom you are additionally, zonal commissioner may be special commissioner, he may have a different thing, but see, joint commissioner should be straight away available. Now, one simple example how festival waste management became a best practice in all over India. N.S Ramakanth started that this thing, every time Dasara festival, there used to be 30-35% more garbage on the streets. It used to take nearly 1 week for the cleaning up for BBMP fellows. So many trucks, money, everything was spent. Now, what we did that time, we discussed, and every ward, there were some volunteers mentioned there. And we sent tractors out. And all that material was not sent to the landfill along with that. Because it is all vegetable waste. Why should it go to landfill and all so far? So nearby farmer, I remember we went together with Ram and some 2 more volunteers and we discussed with them. We cut trenches And Rajesh from Swachhika Solutions is there. He supervised the whole thing. Normally one small plastic or something was there and it was removed. And he had complete this thing there. Only digging trenches and all that. It's not that we did a big thing. And this, I don't know how the International Solid Waste Management Conference was held in Jadavpur, I think, I remember. I have attended mostly. And there was a mention that festival management in Bengaluru is doing very good. So I was asked to talk on that subject. Because I was knowing it, so I talked on that subject. And they even gave an award. And that time, BBMP, there was not representation. Then I called Sarfraz, nobody is there. Then he says, you go and receive that award. I even gone to the stage and received that award. So like that, some of the best practices which we have done, even Ganesh Chaturthi, this removing of puja material from the thing and then sending it for direct composting instead of putting all the puja material inside that. And then the clay which was there and all the POP Ganeshas were all kept. I even monitored all that. Only in Sankey Tank it was 1,40,000 Ganeshas were immersed in 10 days. Imagine the amount of pollution we are doing. So then all that we did monitoring and festival waste management, we were treated as the best city in India. So after that, of course, many people followed. That's a different thing. So this is very necessary that circular should be sent now and everybody should respond. Some zones, they go on reporting the matter. Every time JHI will go and clean. That is what he can do only that much. Beyond that, it should be done by assistant executive engineer or the superintendent engineer. Superintendent engineer never responds to anything there. So this should not happen, sir. The solid waste management cell, I remember in the court, I was myself and Amitra Patel, we were asked to be in the court every time there is hearing. So there we mentioned separate cell should be there. Earlier some AE was looking after the solid waste management as a part of road construction. This is not the case. Now separate cell is there and environment engineer also. Now we suggested in the court we want only 3 wards or subdivisions to be given. Not now some of the environment engineers are looking after 15 wards. What 15 wards they will look after? So this way they must restrict maximum subdivision. 3 wards or 4 wards, that should be this thing. It was given in the court order also. And even, for example, these marshals, I was the man who stood up in the High Court and told Justice Kumar that, sir, whatever BBMP officials are there, somebody should be there with uniform. It will have more effect. And then marshals were there and he said, same words, that from the exchequer, extra money has to be spent. Then for that, no. They will fine, at least for 5 years, they will start fining them and that money will be their earning for them. And they will just as traffic fines, we must do that. So we must regulate fines also. Even today, I went for 1 week for some ward inspection. I asked the junior agent inspector, why you are not fining it is not done? So much of awareness is given. Now link workers also are there. But even then, they don't do it. So I have got the notice already to stop. So now if I start talking, there won't be end. So I request this first to be done. And as far as possible, the environment assistant executive engineers, their limitation should be there. It's not the 7 wards, 15 wards. One Gandhinagar assistant engineer is looking after 15 wards. What 15 wards he will look after? So please, this has to be done. And circular has to go immediately. That all the people should respond. If you don't respond, so many people have come now, citizen participation. If officials don't respond at all, then what participation they will do? They have to do themselves. Finally, you have to deliver the cash. They will only point out to you, and you have to deliver it. That is how the system should work, sir. Sorry, thank you.